So this is like a lot of counter. I think a lot of it is towards the Storm, so you can actually lock him down early, and towards the Sand King as well, because if you can see him with the track, you can always pop your ultimate at the best possible timing to disrupt the Sand King. So I think there's a lot of synergy between the Silencer and the Bounty Hunter in this game against what Vici have, which is the Sand King and the Storm too, and in fact the Dazzle as well,
Yeah,
because
it's a soft counter to Dazzle.
You prevent the Grave. So I think Silencer in theory could work really well in team fights for newbie.
But it's really greedy.
Yeah, it is greedy because he's very weak to like ganks. If he gets spotted out by Storm, he's a very easy kill. You might give away a lot of kills to a Storm when he has Bloodstone, so that might not be a good thing.
Vici could actually, I think, easily aggro. We're seeing the Silencer pick and the Bounty Hunter, both of those heroes, like in combination, there's just no synergy in between them two. As
I was gonna say, I think they might try to do what was done in the wild card, where I saw Mag go against Team Archon. They had the matchup of Sand King against a Clockwork, and he got a 8-minute Blink Dagger.
Caustic?
So,
did he go for Caustic?
yes,
really?
he did.
Yeah.
So maybe it's something VG Gamer are looking to do if they can get Ice Ice Ice, who did step into Sand King. If they can get him in the matchup against June, that would be very nice for him. So we could see a lot of audibles and walking around from these teams to get the appropriate lane setups to take advantage of.
All right. Well, also the Lina, of course, being picked up as the last pick for Vici. Overall, Ben, how do you view this? I mean, we talked a lot about newbie just trying to go for these hard and soft counters against Vici.
I like it. It's a different approach. I think the general approach to like a push strat is like, okay, get farm up a Sand King. This is what we saw EG do the other day.
Yeah.
Get Blink on a Sand King, stop one push, delay the game until you're farmed enough to like make Undying super weak. And this time, they're actually looking at their supports, like they have super weak supports at fighting early. They really need to get kills. If we just offensive pressure, put a lot of pressure on Queen of Pain, who is going to be their main killer in this particular scenario, and keep Silencer from getting level 6, they can actually prevent the push before it even starts happening.
All right. Well, game 1 is ready between newbie and Vici Gaming. See who takes the lead in this best of 2 series.
We are now joined by our mainstream newbie versus VG Gaming here in Group B. The last day of the group stages where VG Gaming desperately searching for the 2-0 so they can get themselves potentially up into the top 4. And newbie also fighting their way. Both teams requiring a 2-0 in order to really solidify their position up in the top 4. VG Gaming can do it with a 1-1, but it's all about with the win. It's the 2-0, man. That's what you need.
I mean, it's such a big difference getting 1 point or getting 3 points out of it. So 2-0s are worth a lot in this group stage, and we get players both saying either way, like saying that it's a good thing or that it's a bad thing. Some player pointed out that losing one game. Oh, wait, are we going to see Sand King get caught up? No. No, he's going to be safe.
If they come down to contest for the rune, then maybe.
Yeah. Well, some players were mentioning that if you just lose one game now, it's pretty much that you can lose 2 points to a
they
pocket
do.
spread.
Ice, the curse. It's not going to be enough damage,
No,
but
there's no
Banana, he's not going to dive onto the tier 1 tower, so they'll survive, and this also delays the warding, which Ice can't put out.
Yeah. So he's just going to back up and heal up a little bit. He's not even going back all the way to base. I think he's going to be fine with just the tangles. Banana already sniping for the courier, because sometimes when you pick up the bounty rune, you immediately deliver a salve. Speaking of which, Ice finds one.
It was being carried, I believe, by Lina, so FY just left it behind the tier 2 tower. So I want to keep my eyes pretty closely on the bounty hunter's movements. Banana moving between most of the lanes, and just to see what presence he really has. Like, you throw a sentry and then you get like a double curse on bottom. That's wonderful for Sunshang. Ice, even if he did have Sandstorm, he can't hide inside this, and they didn't bring counter vision down here. They're also noticing too that Ice still has this observer ward on him. So if he feels like he should just plant it in the lane, it's not going to work. Sorry, it's the FY ward, which is down, and there's the D ward with the Tango.
Yeah, Tango is so good for doing that. Just, you're quicker than the enemy. When you put down the sentry, you are ready for dewarding, of course.
Oh, having a little bit of fun right now. It's going to be the Clockwork on top lane, just pushing Hal back. But Fenrir trying to get up in the face of Clockwork. Make life as difficult as they possibly can for him.
It can be pretty hard to shut down Clockwork. Even if he does not do the stacking trick, he can just run out and contest the lane as well. So you don't need to keep the creeps back.
Okay, I ask you the question now. What is the point of the bounty hunter sitting here? Like, should he be moving around looking like he didn't get the courier from Super? 1 minute 30, the courier bottle delivered. So Super's going to have himself a quite decent time in the mid. Because he probably would need that courier to come back until like maybe the 3-minute mark after he's taken the 2-minute rune.
I'm actually questioning it as well. It might just be respect towards Ice, but other than that, I think this lane is already so strong. Queen of Pain and Silencer is not going to lose a lane to Lina Sand King unless they misplay really hard.
Yeah. So then it's just be like, let's switch out the lanes a little bit more. Like, they're coming down to contest for the 2-minute rune, and it's going to be a bounty picked up by Lina. Like, Banana's here, and he might be able to cancel the clarity of Ice. And Ice needs to leech a level 2 before he can do much.
Yeah.
Because he needs the Sandstorm. Even level 1's not really enough to farm the jungle properly, but...
Oh no, he's like Sand King needs levels pretty desperately. That's one of the weaknesses with offlane Sand King. And right now, with the bounty hunter being down there and shutting them down, they're not getting much from the offlane.
At the same time, Clockwork, I suppose June's finding levels. Like, he's up to level 3 already.
Oh, he's fine,
like, he's 2 levels ahead. He's not finding CS, but that's fine for a Clockwork.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well. There's a nice pull through by Fenrir here, and Clockwork not going out to contest it, so creeps are going to be denied a
Jump
whole lot
bottom
here.
lane, they're going after Ice. Sentry was there, so that Sandstorm won't give him any kind of invis. And FY actually denying him on the bottom lane.
FY, what a player.
The big downside about Shadow Strike.
Yep. I mean, there's a reason that people said that FY was one of the best players during TI4. He's still a very, very highlight player.
I'm still surprised that they didn't put Fenrir on bottom. Like, having the Lina on the top going up against someone like a Clockwork, like, I see more kill potential there for VG Gaming.
Yeah, I suppose there is. But what else are you going to do? Going on this dual lane, off lane, you don't have much of a choice right now. The Sand King is acting courier as he's running with the boots towards the mid lane.
Safety first. Where is that bounty hunter? He's actually inside the raiding in jungle.
Are they going to try and do something here? I don't think they can kill this DK though.
No. It's Super just trying to harass more than anything else. Unless Rabbit overextends himself. But it's a level 1 Burrow Strike. The chance of Ice getting in range is so low.
Yeah, they would have to time it with the invis slow, but Super just doing the harass instead.
Yeah. And this pushes Ice into the jungle. So he'll start stacking and Sandstorm farming. It'll be slow. And there's no clarities. So it's going to be a rough time for him.
It's definitely rough. He might even have to go up top and just do some pulls there, but that would stop the Dazzle from farming as well.
Oh, Super. Okay, well, June is low, and Rabbit wants to try and contest him for it, but he's not going to walk into the middle of a remnant to get that.
He also didn't have his bottle on him, so there's no point doing
FY,
that.
trouble. Bottom lane, they're going to curse with the Light Strike Array, buying a little bit of space. There's so much damage flying his way. Ice. Almost that's a blind Burrow Strike, a body block, keeping the bounty hunter away. They throw down the sentry ward, Banana caught in the tree line around his own illusions, and that's going to be the kill, going the way of the Storm Spirit.
Oh, that is so good for Super here on the mid lane. What a great start for him. And he's also laning against the DK, which is not the toughest lane. However, Rabbit has more CS than the Storm, so been laning really good.
A wonderful Breathe firework.
Yeah.
But getting the first blood, that wouldn't have been possible unless FY got the denial, hence we see the 1-1 on the board.
Yeah. So 7-2 on Lina, not bad.
June. Just having a little bit of a battle here with Fenrir. I know Fenrir's trying to force the cogs out of him, so he's just got practically no mana left. Like, you are running a bottle, but he's making so much space for Hal to find farm. And with a farmed up Gyrocopter, a Storm Spirit finding momentum, and now an SK able to find his level 3 on the bottom lane.
I think Clockwork, June should just run back and start cogging the creeps and getting them stuck. That's the only thing he can do here, I think. Like,
Try and switch the momentum of the lane up.
Yeah, because right now it's too far up. He can't really get much experience. He got level 3.5 very quickly, but right now, getting nothing out of this lane. Fenrir is just shutting him down.
Yep. FY, Banana, is coming in once again to try and have a look for the courier. But FY is just sitting at the tier 2 tower. He didn't see the Observer Ward being placed. But the courier is also a flying courier.
It is, so if it has the speed burst available, it's definitely going to live. If it doesn't, it will die to a Ginada and Orb of Venom.
Banana, at least with the two wards he put down, he at least know when VG Gaming comes to farm up the camp. So we can leech the experience away from Ice.
Yeah, slowing down the level progression even more.
Throw down a sentry wall. They saw Banana for a moment.
Yeah.
But they don't get a D ward with this. So Ice stacks for a third time. And he's got a level 2 Sandstorm. These are much needed levels and money.
They will go for a kill on Bounty Hunter right now. They know he's up here. They want to try, but the ward from Bounty Hunter... Oh, they actually get a D-ward on it. Look at the neutrals.
the neutrals are actually D-warding the Radiant one.
I'm so angry.
Oh, and they still lead the 50 gold for FY.
Good guy, neutrals.
But Bounty Hunter can still sit on the other side.
Yeah, he's going to take part in this.
Yep, and this is a problem, because FY as well as Ice really want to find the levels.
Yeah.
And he may even get the courier. The courier's going to fly right over the top of him.
Oh, he hasn't seen it, though.
No.
He's just sitting there. If he knew what we knew.
Wait, so He's backed up a little bit further now. He's not in experience range anymore.
Oh, why did he back so
He's
far
actually-
away? All the big creeps.
He's really worried about FY.
Yes.
So he didn't get many levels out of that at all. Now he'll at least find the one for the Wild Wing.
Yeah, he didn't steal that much, that's true. He missed experience on like 3 of the big creeps, and this one's running the wrong way as well, so not going to get anything from that.
Wow, that's actually...
I suppose he's keeping 2 supports busy in a sense, but Sanking is fine with this.
But he
Only Lina is
burnt
really
2 Observer Wards to do that as well. Like, that had to pay off. Like, when you burn 2 Observer Wards like that, if you start looking at the vision for Newbie across the map, there's 1 Observer Ward that's still left watching the mid lane, and he's not finding the Courier Snipe at all.
I think that's fine, though. I mean, he put down 2 wards that were really good. One of them, unfortunately, got dewarded as they were looking for him. Smoke gang towards the bottom lane. See if they can make anything happen with this rotation.
Sunshine as well as Mu are ready for it. They're back behind the tower.
Yeah, they're going to be safe.
That's just easy farm now for Ice.
Same thing top. Look at how scared the gyrocopter is all of a sudden.
Well, he doesn't know where the bounty hunter is.
Or Queen. That was the important part. No lane ward, so How has to be really careful.
I do wonder, though, if Clockwork will... Well, okay, there you go. Top lane June. Well, that was over in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
How just triggered the phase boots and ran after the Clockwork, who thought he could get the cogs up in time, but then actually pulled How closer. And with the full Rocket Barrage, I was actually about to ask the question, I wonder what would happen with a level 3 Rocket Barrage, level 4 Rocket Barrage from How, if Clockwork trapped him inside the cogs. Now for the call down, Rabbit being slowed down a little bit, but Fenrir can't get the poison touch.
I mean, if anyone gets isolated with Gyrocopter alone, they're dead. That's how it works. So you have to be very careful. Of course, the Gyrocopter was really weak, though, and they were trying to bring in the Dragon Knight. Now, the courier has been spotted by a Bounty Hunter, looking for it.
It's flying over the top of the tree line. So he knows he has to sit in the tree line, but he won't get the vision for it.
Nope. It's safe.
And so much hunting and can't find anything for it.
They saw him as well there as he went invis again. So he's just wasting a lot of time right now, Banana, and that's gonna be tough.
But at least use a 3